Thursday night. You know what it is. Boys is back. Matic will be joining us shortly. But shout out to the guys. Shout out to good folks all around who tune in and watch us. Uh, let's get straight to it. Ooh. Long day, guys. Long day. Uh,
All night.
Mook, how have you been?
I'm just glad, brother. Got good news this morning. Got a new job.
Uh,
You know what
okay.
I'm
Shout
saying?
out to brother Mook out
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Actually, let's do a quick story time with Mook. We haven't done one of those in a while.
I love a good story time.
Yeah, since we waiting for brother James.
I think he
So
was trying to. I honestly think he was trying to avoid the politics. So uh,
yeah, okay.
story time, but we could get it in. We could start, but yeah, continue, please.
Yeah, so uh, I feel like, well, the guys know how me and my boss have been since at least the last year when niggas had lung surgery and whatnot, fighting for a raise and shit. So me and Buddy got into it verbally about 2, 3 weeks ago. Told him to suck my dick. 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, uh, he fired me. But that same day, I also had a job interview scheduled for that coming Thursday. So I had a job interview for the job I currently possess. Did the in-person
Nice.
jump. Did the in-person jump literally a week after I got fired, and then a week after that, 2 weeks from me getting fired, I got a job offer and everything. So you know what I'm saying. Alhamdulillah. I just wanted to say like you know what I'm saying. Uh, believe in God, man. You know what I'm saying. As long as you have faith that He's guiding you in the right way, then you have no reason to be worried about what any human is doing or trying to control in your life. You know what I'm saying. So as long as you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has your back and doing everything, then there's no reason for you to be upset. No one can tell you no when you know. You know?
Okay. So I love that good story. You know, you got to give people, some bands, let them know, give them some motivation, some
Oh, bro.
uplifting. I
And
love.
we live a very curated life in a sense, I guess you can say online. So it's nice to know that people actually like, yeah, niggas, niggas going through real nigga shit too. So
I
whoever
like
that
that.
may whoever that it may help and may not help.
That's beautiful. Um, Local band. So I was gonna start somewhere, but the group chat just got sent the message, and apparently, Amigos, the restaurant, is not being shut down. Um, I'm as I'm reading this Instagram post. Hello, amigos. We are back. We have reached an agreement with the city on reopening and will resume formal operations tomorrow at 11 a.m. Friday, May 15th. Our team is very excited to get back to work. We appreciate the support from the community and looking forward to seeing our amigos again. This is from the Instagram account of Amigos Mexican Grill, Maryland.
Shout out to them.
So what I was saying was I was gonna start other places, but um, on Cinco de Mayo, Amigos Restaurant in Laurel, Maryland, I don't know what the fuck happened, but everyone kind of lost their mind, and that was apparently one of the wilder Cinco de Mayo's we've had on record. Someone lost their life.
I believe two
Someone got
people did.
Okay. I saw someone got stabbed. You know what I saw? I thought that was somewhat interesting um, that the person who stabbed whoever in Laurel, they knew each other. One of the stabbings, I think the one between the older man and the younger man, they had some familiarity with each other. To what extent, I don't know. But when all that was happening, it made me think. It actually made me think. It made me think like where, like, how many Hispanic people are there actually even in these parts? Like, are there even that many, like, actual Hispanics cats out here to be causing all of this ruckus?
When I was younger, Laurel was way more amigo.
So that's what I was, not what I was thinking, but I don't know. For some reason, I just was like, I feel as though there was not that many Hispanic people in Laurel to even to begin with. So I was just
Yeah,
actually kind of confused as to like why all of this was going on over there, even to begin with. So before I wanted to just like come out here blurting like, hey, Spanish people in Laurel, what the hell is going on? I want to do quick,
You got some demographics.
just quick demographics. So this is according to the census data from the United States government. Laurel's Hispanic population is 22%.
Okay.
That's relatively low. Like that's far lower
Yeah,
than the national number, which is 36%.
for sure.
Um,
And compared to surrounding cities, like
so I'm glad you said such a thing. So because of that, I was like, one city I know where there's hella Hispanic people is
what is it?
Riverdale. I
Hyattsville as
know,
well.
I know for a fact it is hella Hispanic folks in Riverdale. And to my not surprise, Riverdale has a Hispanic population of 49%.
For sure, show.
Half of Riverdale. So honestly, if you told me that,
Brother, we have street signs and service signs in Spanish in Riverdale.
if you would have told me that this something like this happened in Riverdale, I would have been like, sure, why not? There's hella Spanish cats over there, like, but Laurel, it just didn't seem like the proper place for all of that. So I am actually happy to see that the Laurel Cats, Amigos, is still open, and
Because there wasn't there people doing this foolishness.
hey, not too much, not too much.
My
Um,
bad.
but one thing I will say, are there even enough Hispanic people for this? That okay? So we've answered that question. Um, but now let's get to the fun. Amigos, Hispanic restaurant, black tacos versus Hispanic tacos.
All right. When you say Hispanic tacos, are we going like straight traditional corn tortilla and all that?
Yeah, we're going the whole shebang. Like we're
All
going
right.
real authentic. You know what I was? I don't know if it's proper for us to be having the conversation about. But are tacos Hispanic or are they Mexican?
I believe they're Mexican. Because they're not like indigenous to like Spain and all that type shit. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Okay. All right. That is fair because that's what Hispanic. Yes. But what I mean by that is that do other Spanish speaking people do tacos too, or is it exclusively a Mexican dish?
I don't want to be that guy, Charles, but I feel like you're more just to be your
Chill,
line of
chill, chill off of me. That's why. That's why I would. That's why I was like, let's have the conversation as friends, like
All
not
right,
as
my bad. I thought we was
people
I thought we was talking. I forgot
connected.
I forgot we was
Yeah.
live. I forgot we was live. I
You
thought
know
we
what's so funny though? I would say that like Shorty not a real Mexican. Like
touche,
the
touche.
worst. It's funny though because her cousin is a real Mexican, and it's literally because her cousin's father, her cousin's parents both are Hispanic. I think one of her cousins is, I think one of her cousin's mothers is like from like El Salvador or Honduras or something like that. So she
Okay.
just got way more Spanish in her life than this half Mexican shorty that I'm with. But that's neither here nor there. But back to the Mexican tacos versus black people tacos.
Let me get the Mexican tacos just because like a taco is just like a tortilla with anything in it. Like it could literally be like mushrooms and
That's
veggies,
a good
shit
point.
shit like that. So it's just like and the way that they like cook that shit up is totally different. We just make ground beef and maybe a chicken. Unless Foley on the grill. Because Foley know how to fucking make some tacos.
Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting point. I was thinking that I personally probably had off the strength of being black have ate more black people tacos. Like for example, I think I think shout out
That
Shannon. I
that bait
think
kicking her ass, y'all.
what was I about to say? I think Taco Bell is literally like black people tacos.
Yeah.
Like that's a version of black people tacos,
Yeah.
and black people tacos are just white people tacos with better seasoning, essentially.
Yeah.
Hispanic or Mexican tacos are the real shebang. And because of that, I think I lean towards Mexican tacos or the Hispanic speaking tacos because they, like you said, they be doing it like they really be putting peppers. They really be getting freaky with their tacos, and it's
You want
not like
you want rice or no?
yeah. I think I'm you know what? this now that we're here with the tacos, do they got the best of the ethnic foods? And
You talk
this is just a quick
talking about like Mexico or like the Hispanic
the
cuisine?
Hispanics. Like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to encompass. So like a quick it'd be Hispanic,
Um,
Asian,
Peruvian.
per,
No, that would be Hispanic technically.
no, but like let's like dice them up a little bit. So like yeah,
Okay.
Peruvian be their own little subgenre. Mediterranean, African,
Mm.
American. We could go. We can do American Southern, American Midwest. Like there's enough. I think different genres.
With me, I'm gonna probably go. My number one will probably be Mediterranean, because that's what I eat the most, like a lot of.
Okay.
And they say Mediterranean is pretty lazy because it's just like they try to encompass all of like that whole area into it, from like
Egypt. I
Greece.
mean, I said Egypt.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
like Greece
Greece.
all the way to
Let's
Egypt and
yeah.
shit. Yeah, like they gonna say Mesopotamia, nigga. So it's just like, but like, yeah, that cuisine. So it's just like the cucumber salads and like those
Okay.
summer salad as they call it in America. Um,
Hmm.
the kebabs,
Yeah.
rice, the
Yeah.
way they cook
Yeah.
their fish and all that shit. So like, I prefer Mediterranean. Then I'm going right to the homeland after. You know what I'm saying? Because I love me some jollof, some
Ooh.
puff puff. You know what I'm saying? I randomly had that. I had some agusi one time. Um, what else I had? I had the pounded yam. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's just like, yeah, I fuck with the African food, and then I put the Hispanics right there under that, just cause it's just like it's kind of like they get so picky with it, like in between them. Like that's why I was like the Peruvian food, but that's still Hispanic. But it's just like they be like lomo saltado is a Peruvian dish, not a Spanish dish. So it's just like, dig what I'm saying. So yeah, I throw them in there, but we're gonna break it down. I put Peruvian food over Hispanic food for sure.
Okay. I like where you're going. I think Asian would have to be somewhere in my top two. I think Shannon said Asian over Hispanic, and I think I tend to agree. At least what I've had, I've never actually been to Asia, so
A lot of
um,
Asians, well, a lot of them cooking styles came from Americans at war.
yeah. But I feel as though like traditional like Asian
Yeah,
carryout,
for
like
sure, for sure.
a lot of that. Like I definitely love a good like beef and broccoli, a shrimp lo mein. You know what's low key? An Italian wouldn't be like subgenre of European, but like I said, Italians to your point, like Peruvian being Hispanic, Italian I feel like should get its own genre, just like the French. Like I wouldn't want to uh, mix
Okay.
Italian food with British food and call it all European, but I would lean towards Italian being up there for me. So it'd probably be like Asian, Italian, and African in
I can see that.
some sort of order. Uh, I definitely like Hispanic. I definitely like Mediterranean. I just think those are more of like fancy for me. Like those are more no funny
Nah,
shit. Like
facts, you right.
if I'm gonna do those, it's always it feels like there's always more a restaurant feel to it than like just kind of going and just eating randomly like a Mediterranean like a kebab, like a random kebab or something like off
Yeah.
the street vendor type shit. And it's
Shit,
not that I
Moby
hmm?
Dick's right there by the job.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's not that I don't. It's just that I don't do it.
I'm
As
here.
much as
Cause
when
like if
I
you get that type of food, you really
yeah,
just be like,
I'm sitting
this is sit
down.
down, eat meal
It's a
type
lot of
shit.
tahini, tzatziki and all that going on with the breads and the hummus. Hummus, low key, hummus is Mediterranean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So nah, I definitely feel as though Mediterranean is up there, but that's a little special occasion joint.
not the part of the Mediterranean that they usually speak about, but further north.
I feel that. And then my last thing about the my good people are there different type of Hispanics or different type of Migos in different parts of PG? So are Laurel Hispanics different from Riverdale Hispanics? Are the Hispanics on this side? I actually have a somewhat of a theory.
Yeah, they are
Yeah, right. I have
for sure.
my theory is that the more blacks that are around the Hispanics, the more like American the Hispanics tend to be versus when they're all in the like the Riverdale Hispanics are way less
They
like
never
less
they technically never left home.
Yeah, like they just do their own thing.
Yeah,
Like
like
it's like no beef, no. Like I went to the Chinese store. I went to a Chinese carry out in Riverdale, and everybody working the front was Hispanic. Like they were playing Hispanic music in the joint, and everybody cooking in the back was Asian or Chinese.
mm,
I'm assuming, um, but yeah, Asian at least. So for me, like I feel as though there's definitely a different sort of like cultural like aspect to where the Hispanics live and like how they move, like when they're in like central PG, where like the Largos, the Buoys, it's way more. They're just like everybody else. They're just doing what everyone else is doing. Versus
shit.
when you
Even on my side, they the same way.
huh?
I say even on my side, they the same way.
No, yeah, oh no. I feel like when they get on this, once they get south of like exit shit 20, they like they have some
We gang
different.
gang, shorty. Yeah,
Yeah, we getting gang. But like I'm saying, once they at exit 20 and then going forward
mm,
north, they
yeah.
like nah. They like we doing our thing.
They get the code switching and shit.
They like this is our neck of the woods.
Yeah,
Hella Hispanic restaurants.
and then
Hella.
you don't get the 270. You get the white passing ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
Yeah,
Like literally, as you keep going down 95, getting further and further outside of PG, the type of Hispanic person that you have clearly changes.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what they got going on in Moco, so I'm not going to speak on like how they.
Them the white passing
No,
ones.
but I'm saying like once we get there, I don't know, like because they definitely got like Afro Latino type
Oh yeah, for sure.
over there too. But once you get past College Park, I no longer know what type of
Oh
Spanish
yeah.
person I'm dealing with, and God
Oh,
bless. Like that's
honestly,
whatever.
once we get past Route One, that exit for Route One where that key at,
Exit 20, what's that? 25?
God bless.
Yeah. And that's literally in theory. There's one more exit in PG, which is I guess the Tacoma Park exit, 28. But no,
Charles.
that's still technically PG. That is literally the
Yeah, all right.
PG. That is literally the PG line. So
Take the wrong turn
technically,
off that exit. Where your ass at?
in Moco,
Okay.
yeah, no. I'm not saying it's not a thin line, but the line is definitely there. Like it is definitely a
Yeah, it's a distinction.
you're still in you're not in Kansas anymore, buddy. Like
Once you see Disney World, my nigga,
thank you. So you see where we're coming from.
for sure, brother.
Um, that was why I actually really wanted to do that because the Cinco de Mayo. I would have thought they've never seen a Cinco de Mayo before. So
So I
shout
thought
out
we would have just got out of COVID the way niggas was acting, bro.
shout out to Amigos for getting back open. I love to see it. I want to see that for more establishments because like I feel as though black establishments don't turn around that quick. Like they were closed. Cinco de Mayo was the 5th. I think reports were that they were like shut down like the
Seven.
eighth, ninth, yeah, something like that. And now by the 15th, by the 14th, they're back. So shout out to Amigos. Shout out to
Damn,
oh,
10 days, bro. That's
yeah,
all
shout out
right.
to all y'all who was out there who had a good time. Please be chill when you're going back. We want to see them stay open. Uh, the last thing I want to do local Wizards win the lottery. Normally we leave this for the sports section. Mike Ghetto-Maddox takes when he comes back, but shout out to the Wizards winning the lottery. Third time in the team's history that they've won.
What's
If you
that? Third time in what, 50 years?
the
75?
draft the lottery was going on since 1984,
Okay.
so about 40 plus years.
Okay.
They've drafted Kwame Brown and John Wall with those the two times they've won it. So let's see what
Well,
they
one of
do.
those were good picks.
Yeah. So we'll see what they do with it a third time. Like I said, when Omatic gets on, we'll get more bants about the Wizards lottery. But what do you think the Wizards having the number one pick will do for them? You think it's good for the city? You think whoever they pick will bring the juice, or they gotta pick a certain player, blase blase. What you got?
I, honestly, if they get, I think it's two people that if the Wizards draft, the city will dead ass embrace him. AJ, because his ties with Team Durant and all that, and then Darren Peterson, just because of the type of ball that young can play. Like he play ball like if you want to keep it a bean, he play like niggas from here, bro. Like dead ass. Like if you think about all the scores and the way niggas score here, like from the Mike Beasleys to Chris Wright in high school to motherfucking Nolan Smith and all them, like no wasted movement. Get to your spot, pull up, you know what I'm saying? Or you going straight to the bucket. And he's a hell of a defender. He's 6'4" with a 6'9" wingspan. So it's like if they get one of them two people, cool. But if they draft a nigga like Cameron Boozer, which is probably a very solid pick for them because he can play the four coming in, and you got Sar playing the five. I don't think the certain people will react, but then like this ACC country, my nigga, like we even though Maryland in the Big Ten now, we don't like Duke, so it's just like we'll still see how that go. But yeah, I think AJ and Darren Peterson, if they pick one of them two, the city gonna go get behind them two youngins wholeheartedly. But even Cameron Boozer, bro, like I think that'd be a damn good pick for the Wizards. So if they get even one of them three, I don't think they're going to have to keep the first pick. I think they're trading it. But once again, we'll talk about that when somebody gets on.
Nice, nice. Yeah, like I said, we'll save that for Matter because that's his team. He loves his Wizards, so we'll let him get in.
I
I
mean,
wanted to,
he's a fan of a lot of teams. So we're gonna when he gets on, we're gonna have to check his temperature.
that's a great point. So he's gonna miss this, and I thought he would really enjoy this conversation, but I don't know if you guys heard, but it is being alleged that the French president, it's Emmanuel Macron.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to I don't know how to say anyone's name, so please.
Emmanuel Macron.
Macron is having an affair with an Iranian actress. And I find this to be the most fascinating story of my week. Like every week, there's one kind of news story that really is like, what a world we live in. And for this week, it is Macron and his alleged affair with this Iranian actress. Now, quick details. I promise you, I'll make this very, very quick. Um, Macron apparently is having an affair with this woman named, I want to make sure I get her name right, Golis, Golishith Farani. Beautiful
Close
name.
enough. Close enough.
Beautiful name. But
Beautiful woman.
very beautiful woman. We're going to get back to that. Very important part of the subject here. But back to some of the details. In a recently released bombshell book from noted journalist Florian Tardif, she has claimed that Macron is having this affair with this Iranian woman. She said last year the couple embarked on a bilateral trip to Vietnam, and on the 25th of May, soon after they landed at the airport, the first lady, his wife slapped him. So I don't know if you remember last
I
year.
remember.
So now that this journalist is alleging that that slap is a result of Macron's wife finding out about this affair he's had with this lovely woman. Now,
You know what's crazy, bro? Not to cut you
come on.
off. Candace Owens said that he might have been cheating. I hate to give that lady credit, but she said this last year around that time
But she was wilding because she was
because she was
alleging
trying to say
that
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 that lady was a man.
was a man. So
Yeah,
that's the thing about
that's why we didn't bring her
no,
up
no,
too
but that's
much.
the thing though. Like she might have been right for being wrong, which is
Yeah,
very weird in some odd connective way. But that's neither here nor there. But Macron's, we all saw the video of Macron's wife smacking his ass up, and he laughed, and they made him. They said it was no big deal,
smack the shit out that niggas.
and they said, hey, his wife is older than him. It is what it is.
That's how French ladies be. They be Kirk.
And that is the. I'm glad you said that. That's how French ladies be, and that's what we thought last year. Now, with this report that he essentially got smacked up because his wife found out that he was out here having a texting relationship. That's second part that we're going to speak about. A texting relationship with this woman.
Happens to the best of us, Jay.
This texting relationship with the woman. He got his ass smacked up. Now, there's a few things at play here. One, his Frenchness. This is
Hmm.
the most French thing I have ever heard.
Bruh.
You're in this weird love affair that isn't actually a love affair, but it is a love affair. And that is very French to me because that's like the French are this weird like group of people who are both like super powerful but not powerful, super romantic but not like they are
Super
both.
romantic, but not sexy.
They both are and not at the
Hmm.
same time. And this whole Macron thing is the perfect example. You got smacked up for texting Assange as the president of France. Like you didn't even sleep with this woman. Not to mention, after this is last year,
Yeah.
when the whole Iran stuff started popping off, your man tried to act like I think Omar, you'll enjoy this. We're talking about the French president having an affair with an Iranian woman
Iranian
actress
actress.
with an Iranian actress, and how it's the most French thing to ever happen in the history of French people things. Uh, but as we're going here, when this Iranian war issue host thing started, he was very adamant that the France was going to not engage in certain behavior, not do certain things, and all I could think to myself was, your man was really dedicated to his side piece because he made sure that Shorty was good. And I really appreciate that type of dedication to your side piece because even as president, your man said,
Cause you
I'm
know
gonna make
she
sure I
had to
take
go
care of
back
you."
to shoot a movie in Iran last year.
She did.
Yeah.
So what I haven't read about her is that she's
And
very
like
vocal.
she didn't want to act in Farsi again, like all
Mm,
that shit. She didn't want to act in a movie where she was speaking Farsi. And then
okay.
another funny thing was is like a lot of Persians speak French.
Mm,
So like, cause like if you listen, like if you like the show Tehran on Apple TV, if
yeah.
you watch that, like in Iranian culture, when they say goodbye or something like that, they say merci or
Mm,
ciao
okay.
or shit like that. Like they actually
So
have
they use
French
French words within their language.
and with it, this embedded within that language and shit.
Okay.
So like, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I thought that was actually very crazy that you're willing to risk your country's reputation for your side piece, and I actually really appreciate it. I saw one tweet that said the French understand are proper people or civilized people because they understand a platonic relationship is actually cheating, and I was like, you're kind of onto something because the physical is just the physical. Like you could just fuck a shot and keep it pushing, but to be out here texting
Charles,
your
can you?
side,
Because I've been trying to get that off for years and it hasn't worked yet.
uh, that's what I'm saying. The French are civilized people. Like
Okay, okay.
that was the difference here.
Ah, progressive. I'm with you. I'm
That's
with
what
you,
I'm
baby. I'm with
saying.
you.
They're a
I'm with you.
progressive bunch. So for Macron, like this is the best thing that has of all the scandals I have ever heard about this man. This is easily the best one. I've heard that his wife isn't really a man. That has been a rumor. I've heard that the French it's very bad for him. I've heard that he's gay. That was a rumor that he married her as some sort of cover.
Like a
I've heard he's
beard.
been a beard. They said that he's been abused. That she's 20 plus years older than him. I think was his teacher at some point in his life,
That nigga was grown, bro.
and
I'm not going to allow him to not accept that one. He was
that's
grown,
why
my
he's
nigga.
with her. Like, there's a lot of rumors with a
She was like a college,
surrounding
like one of his college professors or some shit at
some
one
shit
point.
like that, or maybe even like his high school, like his senior year, high school, whatever, Macron. But this is the only good rumor that has actually ever come about for this man, and it's the most French rumor that could come about. So shout out to Macron.
Man.
Shout out to
And it's a baddie, mo. Like you ain't cheating with no basic jump. Like you got you one of them good at rank. Hey boy, you did what I would have did. And I don't even like French people. You know what I'm saying? Well, back in my old life when I was doing stuff like that, I would have did. Yeah.
You know what's so funny? The French, like I said, are both they both are and they're not. And it's like they're kind of like a world power, but they're really not. Like they're like if there's four world powers, Russia, United States, China, um, Britain at one point probably
Okay.
has fallen off. But like in theory, the France is up there, with those guys in name, but never in practice. Like they're really just kind of a for show type of power. And
Bruh.
to me, this is the ultimate point. Like even your president's affair is kind of like the only thing that's moving the needle here. Like
Bruh.
anything else is that's like, nah.
Hitler came in your junk, walked in your trap.
It took over your. I was going to say that. Like of all of Europe, he came in Poland and your shit. Like he was like we got footage of him walking around the Eiffel Tower. Like,
Bruh, he said, "Oh yeah, Chanel, Hermes, y'all don't want to die? Come fuck with us.
like
Like,
he wasn't just
dress my
walking
whole
around.
gang out.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
Like he
Porsche,
wasn't
y'all don't
just
want to
walking
die?
around. He
Make
wasn't just walking
VW.
around London. He didn't. You don't got. We don't got footage of him in the Big Ben just in the background. I got big footage of him with the Eiffel Tower. Like I've watched your man just be standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. So like the French gotta pipe
He,
down a little
he
bit.
walked over the bridge of Bastille that y'all love so much, my nigga.
Like the French really have to pipe down sometimes when they try to like we're French. It's like
Y'all,
okay, in theory, yes, but
y'all,
like
nigga, y'all do the bending.
they really like. Yo,
I just got here. Like, what's going on?
I'm just saying.
Hey, we was
hey,
gonna welcome you, mate. We was gonna welcome you in after we got done with
I
this
mean,
shit.
but so, Omega, do you have any takes on this affair? Like, I don't know if you saw this story.
This is when they said, oh, as you said, they say the platonic is when you're, not, a famous philosopher once said, can't fuck if there's no attachment, man. So,
Yo, I have said this. I have quoted that, and somebody was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "You never heard
it's a
that?
famous
You never
philosopher.
heard?
Don't
You
You
even
never
tell
never
me.
heard
heard?
that?"
Don't even tell
Never
me
heard
who
of
it
that street
is.
philosopher, bro?
Like, I can't sleep with you. If there's no
Honestly,
attachment.
I feel the platonic being worse, bro. Like we have a connection at this point, bro. Like you know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Like this is
So,
bad.
so if you found out like whoever your person is was just out here texting like truly like because what we've seen is that it's not really like anything like super.
They had text. What did text say?
That's what I'm saying. From
They was
apparently
in French.
from the journalists, they were French, but from the reports that were saying it, they weren't like sexual or graphic in nature. They were just like, "I miss you. I need your presence." It was very like novelish type shit. Like, you're I'm warm when you're around. Like,
Yeah,
the
like,
days are sweeter.
your your presence comforts me.
them type of
Yeah. Don't you text your side jump, bro? You know what the fuck he was talking about, son. Stop playing.
So, Mook, now that we're here, what are the joints? What are the things that you like text your side joint that you don't text your main joint?
You talking about like back in the day?
Everything is back in the day, Mook.
Oh, all right. No, I mean, like, cause I don't do that no more. Cause for one, I don't got jump, so there's nobody I can cheat on. That's one. Uh, we're gonna leave that there. And
Mm-hmm.
then, but yeah, the things you would text your side jump that you want to text your main jump, like your side jump get the jokes that your main jump don't. I hate to put it.
I gave your nickname to somebody else, huh?
I would.
Nasty work, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? I just got here.
Listen, you should have came on time, nigga.
Hey, but no, you know what I'm saying? Your side joke might get the jokes that your main joke don't. Like your main joke might get pissed off at the joke that you send your side joke. Like you know what I'm saying?
So you can banter. What you saying is that you can banter with your side joint.
More open banter. You know what I'm saying? Because like with the joke that I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak for me. The joke.
You know how his face.
I feel
That's why.
like
You see, that's why I stopped and I was like, I'm gonna speak for me because I see him look up and I was like, I got.
non-judgmental banter is what you get over there. Yeah?
There we
Oh,
go. There we go.
Let's
There
walk
we
me
go.
through non-judgment. Like.
Banter without repercussions, bro. Something
There
you
we go.
might get over there.
There
Not
you
speaking
go.
from experience at all. I'm just saying.
So banter without
Thank you for helping me out, brother.
banter without repercussions is what I'm
You know
hearing.
what I mean? That's
So
that's what
okay,
you might get over there.
you might get. Is there like? So what happens when you make the side joint bad? Like, are you allowed? No, truly nothing worse than a man. Like so when you make the mat, like, do you have to apologize? Like, cause I'm really trying to work through. Like, cause Macron got slapped for this. Like this, that's the thing that I want to
I
keep.
mean, that come with the territory, Trent. Like I said that when it happened. Like that come
Mm,
with the territory. Like if you get bagged
mm-hmm.
red-handed,
Mm-hmm.
You all right? We have alleged rules in
Okay.
certain group chats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Deny, deny, deny.
Okay.
That cannot be proven nor denied. But you can do that. But the way that he got slapped up, he called red-handed,
She
son.
got.
Like
Okay. So that's my. But see,
he
that's
dead
why.
ass was like, oh,
Well, that's why the platonic part to me is so essential here because he got caught
Charles.
with the
No,
platonic. Like
no,
the
no,
text
no.
were
We're not
not.
gonna do this. We're not gonna do
Charles.
this. We're not gonna
The
do this.
text were the text
We're not
were.
gonna do this.
Are you gonna blow my back out? Like those weren't the text. Like those just weren't the text. So for
Warmer when you're next to me, though. Like
Verbatim, those weren't the
that
text.
takes it over the platonic. Like we all have platonic on this call, I would say.
for
You know,
sure.
we're not saying I feel warmer when that's a little
No,
next
no.
level. That's next level to me. You're not platonic at that point. Your man is lying. Okay, he's fucking lying. He's fucking lying.
Yeah, like
Hey,
when
listen.
you start using words like, "Oh, that's my platonic friend,"
Mm-hmm.
you're
You're
lying.
lying.
You're lying.
That's a
You're
great
lying.
point. That's the point.
What
Once
man
you,
uses words like this?
yeah, because she's just your friend.
That's my
Like
man.
any woman who is literally not doing, you're just my friend. Like what?
Yeah.
Like that is a book. That might be the quote. Once you start adding platonic, we know something is.
You're backpedaling.
We
Right?
know that
You're-
we know that even if something isn't nefarious going on now, something
Right.
was at one point
Bruh.
nefarious.
And that's what I'm
And
saying. Like you'd be like, "What? That's my platonic friend. Why would I do anything nefarious?" Now you're speaking as if you're writing a dissertation. We know you're lying, my nigga. Like we know you're lying. We
yeah,
know.
yeah, that's a great point.
Because as a man, I be listening to some of these interviews that some of my brothers be getting caught up in. You know what I'm saying? They be saying certain words, and I be like, "You ain't write that, bro. You don't even say them type of words. I listen to all your albums."
Type shit. Um, well, since we're in the world of geopolitics, we'll stay with that for a hot second. Let's just quick. Did you guys see that Trump and a bunch of American business leaders went to China for a meeting? They arrived Thursday, May 14th.
Hmm.
Uh, my whole thing with this whole situation is just that isn't it clear to everybody who runs the country?
Yeah.
Yeah, like to me, seeing something like what I saw this past weekend, well, these last few days, is a clear example of who runs the country. Ain't nobody who I voted for. Like Westmore don't matter. What's also Brooks? No, that's the county executive, right? Also Brooks, she doesn't really matter. Who is the lady who was the previous county executive? Now she's the congresswoman.
No, that's also Brooks.
Okay,
You talking about
the
the
the, the
thief.
huh?
You talking about the thief. Also Brooks is like because you got Westmore and then also Brooks as
Because
like the
also
two
Brooks is
top
a
state people.
yeah, she's not a senator, but she's a
Yeah.
congressperson. She was from
Brave
here.
boy.
Brave Boy. She's the new county
Aisha
executive.
Brave boy.
Aisha Brave. I'm sorry, a lot of A's. She's the new county executive. Whatever. No, not whatever to, but she's the new county executive.
The thief.
But she don't matter. Like all these people don't matter. The people who matter are the heads of Facebook, the heads of Elon Musk, the heads of Nvidia. These are the people who were literally on a plane with Donald Trump. They flew to another country and they all sat in a room and decided things. Like that is the truth.
They didn't meet the
All
president until today though.
but you know what's so funny? And they had a meeting in which the president put literally all these guys with their industry counterparts, sat them in a room together, and basically told them, figure some shit out. Talking about Iran, they said that they're having some meetings on Iran. And my whole point is that
Did you see what those meetings were about though, Charles?
yeah, about the tolls, about the strait, and about deciding tolls and who
No,
gets to go in there.
cybersecurity panels going through the street.
Well, that's the thing that what I would read was that they said they were gonna. China basically has a deal with Iran to go through the strait. There's a blockade currently. As Trump is in China right now, they are basically basically from all what I read is that they have set Trump up to to the point where that he can't stop his blockade without looking like an idiot,
Hmm.
and he cannot. But he cannot do anything actually to them, because if he does, he would be inflicting and starting more chaos. So basically, he is in a fucked up position right now because he's in China while they're currently circumventing his blockade that he keeps talking about as a very important thing, and he's
And they
trying to
keep
save,
trading weapons to them niggas, and they
and he's trying to
trading,
save face.
and they're
Like,
not trading in the dollar to buy weapons either.
there's a lot of things going on, but my thing is that this should be very key to everybody that the decision makers are not in Washington. They're not in New York. They're not in LA. They are in China. Like that is the like that's I just want to make it very clear to anybody. So I don't want to hear nobody talk about, oh,
Who's it? The
it,
Nvidia owner, Tim Cook, Elon,
literally almost
and one more other nigga.
almost every company that has like a crazy market cap, their CEO was there. Like if your company was one of these big company like that, and that is who controls our country and our world. Like when the strait opens back up, it's not going to be because of Iran or that. It's going to be because of these companies, these
It's gonna
billion
be because
dollar
of
companies
China and all that.
putting their weight on each other and being like, yo, this global economy that we have all kind of put our money into for the last 30, 40 years, yeah, we need to keep that moving. So whatever the fuck y'all got going on, stop that shit. And
But the
that's
but the kill is though, even with them being like stop that and all that, if the insurers don't think like if they don't get it, if the insurers of these ships don't get a guarantee from Iran, like, oh yeah, we paid the toll and we smooth to go through, because that toll is not going nowhere. Like that
what.
toll is here to stay.
Well, let's talk about that. So this will be the last of the war, and then I'll get you back to the fun stuff, Omatic, I promise. The Strait. Our updates with the Strait. Mook, I wanna. I'm not like jerking you, but like you were really, really super, super correct with your Strait analysis that if they block the Strait, the world's economy goes up, and once that goes up, no another bomb needs to be thrown from Iran to really inflict massive pain, blase blase, on everybody. That's what happened. Once they actually took full control of the strait, them in Oman, we've been in a ceasefire for what, 2.5 weeks now,
Allegedly, yeah.
allegedly, and nothing has gotten better.
Be 3 weeks Sunday, I
The
think.
oil, the prices of the barrel of oil, the price has gone up.
Almost to
Everything that they,
190 at this point.
energy gone up. Everything that they said, a ceasefire would potentially help has actually done the opposite. Has actually hurt and kept things going in the wrong direction. So Iran, to me, played their big joker. They said we as a
You got one card left, my nigga.
okay, well you have two big jokers, so you have two jokers. Maybe they got the little joker, but to me, the Strait of Hormuz is that is their actual natural fortification. Their country's landmass is built upon that. They can't. They didn't do anything. They didn't have to build no dome. No, the country in which they have been a civilization for thousands of years, that strait lies upon that, and they choke that off to the rest of the world. Even China is telling them, "Hey guys, you guys should open this up." Like, I know we have a little deal here, but hey, it's better if it kind of. And they have said no. And at first, I kind of was super. I'm not on the Iranian side, but I read a really good article that I put in the doc for us about basically what's going on in the country and the different issues that the Iranians are facing. And I picked that article because I thought it was an interesting, balanced perspective that how did we get here? Sanctions are a big issue for the Iranian people. For the last essentially 50 years, their country has been stranglehold. They haven't been able to get to do much of anything. Everything they have done in that country has been behind the will of the people. They have decided to make their great doctors, their infrastructure. They have done that.
Engineers and doctors
all
and
of that.
all that people,
But in doing so, they have basically done a trade-off because sanctions have cut them off from the rest of the world. Their government has said, "We have oil, and you'll get oil for dirt cheap." Like oil is like 22 cents a gallon in Iran. Like
bro. I was about to say the cheapest good in their country is gas.
it's crazy cheap. Like whatever. But
19 cents as of this Tuesday, I think that interview was.
But the issue here is that because of the sanctions and there's no their currency because of the way the currencies are backed by the dollar is essentially zero,
Mm-hmm.
nothing. So everything else in their country, exports of those things are extremely high. And for a long time in their country, they had a deal. Their government would keep things relatively, everyday consumer goods relatively low because of the oil tax, essentially. Because of how much money they were able to bring in oil, export, move around, they could essentially make life decent for the regular civilian. And that has all changed within like the last decade or so. Not that it was ever great, but it has amplified. It has become a lot worse during these times, and sanctions have become a lot stricter. Things have become a lot harder, but at the same time, there is a small group within the government, within the ruling class, that is getting rich. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is a fact. Now the truth is that that's how it works in almost every country. That the 1% are getting rich and everyone else isn't getting anything.
You just
But
talked
not
about our fucking company CEOs in
of
China.
course,
Yeah.
it's a perfect connection. But the difference is not every country is being sanctioned out of their minds, and their civilians have to bear the grunt. And this is the issue here that you can be for the want to, and I think the article explains this quite well that the Iranian people have decided that imperialism is worse than
Whatever they
capital,
going through,
whatever they're
going through
going
right
through
now.
right
Yeah.
now. What shortages of food, a lack of faith in their government isn't as worse as being led to slaughter by another people's government. And
And
that's
especially
something,
with a country that's been through that already.
and that to me is a very not hard pill to swallow, but a very eye-opening one because in this country it's not that. That's just not what's going on here. Our revolution isn't do or die. Like that's just the truth of the matter. For most people in this country, when if they want to change stuff outside of black people, it's not do or die. Like I could think of many groups in this country who have had, whatever issues, civil what, and it's not do or die. So for me, I'm like, I get where if you're an irregular Iranian citizen, you're like, fuck this shit. You're like, bro, my life is like you, essentially I have no life because if you want to blame the religious whatever the government, you can blame them.
The
But the
moves
truth,
and the Ayatollahs and shit.
you can blame them. That would be a fair assessment, but that wouldn't be the whole assessment. Like this, like now, if your country wasn't being sanctioned like this and your government still was doing that,
Totally different
then
story.
then I think it would be a lot more easier for people to see the evilness of this because I don't deny that their government has done some evil things. I don't deny that their government has killed some people. When they talk about earlier this year the thousands of people who were, I don't deny that. I don't think anybody denies that. But I don't think it was 30,000 people. It was probably more closer to 5,000 people.
For sure.
And Donald Trump just told us that he gave them the guns. Like he told the United States people that he gave them the guns. So if you told me that Russia gave a bunch of American citizens guns and told them to go take to the street, I think the United States police forces and military might kill some people.
Yeah.
Like that's
They
the
do
thing.
that without that type of influence. So it's
Well,
just like,
that's
yeah.
my point. My point is that if we go through the logic step by step,
No, but Chuck,
it's
that's
not
why.
as crazy as a thought process.
And
But
that's why.
if someone
No,
just
go
tells
ahead.
you big bag evil, Iran has nuclear weapons and they can't have a nuclear weapon, you're like, okay. And I think that's the gist here that if you don't understand the totality of the situation, you'll believe anything they tell you,
for sure.
and
And
then
that's why,
you'll
like, I was so like when you was talking about niggas calling me like everything but a child of God in the comments about like siding with Iran and all that. It was just like that was my whole stance behind it, bro. Like I can't judge these people when they've never had a free liberation of government. Like they've never had a democracy. The one time you had a democracy, Muhammad Mossadegh,
y'all overthrew that bitch.
y'all overthrew that, and then y'all actually bammed out first 2 years prior when 1953 when he actually was rightfully elected. Then he was like, my people are starving, so I'm going to nationalize my oil company. And then once he nationalized the oil company, kicked the French out and the Americans out and the UK out, they was just like, oh fuck no, we got to do something about this shit because like Saudi Arabia wasn't making the oil that it's making now. They haven't even struck land in the land of Saud at that point. So it's just like, bro, like I can't judge these people. Like, granted, yes, I'm Muslim, they're Muslim. Do I believe like they're doing things that go against Sharia law and all that for sure? But at the same time, I can't judge them that the same way I can judge Americans because we don't have sanctions in our country. Like y'all got free will, my nigga, and y'all exercising y'all free will in a very terrible way. Them, on the other hand, they doing everything that they can to protect their people. Like we don't know what goes on their internet. Like they're very close to Israel. Like every day they wake up and they got a bunch of, oh, come work for Hamas, come work for the Israel Intelligence Agency. Like, yeah, nigga, that's why y'all had 2 months of blackouts because like we try and smuggle out the people that actually work with them. One, two, the people that work with them, they gonna find other means of communication to get in contact with them. And 9 times out of 10, the Israelis they use other systems, beepers, other cell phone carriers, shit like that. That's in the country, shit like that. That can be monitored with the Iranian national intelligence agencies and shit like that. The IRCG. So it's just like, bro, like it's kind of like, yes, do I think it's certain shit that be happening in that country that don't need to happen for sure? But now that they getting to the point where they releasing motherfucking investigation videos of niggas and comfortable sales, talking about how they got recruited and dismissed out of their country to work for Israel. And then like their reasoning is because I stole a piece of bread or a loaf of bread, and I didn't like the fact that like the Ayatollah and all them don't they punish stealing so harshly and all that. It's just like, bro, that lady doesn't have food. You steal a loaf of bread from her, her and her family, and her kids don't got food for 2 weeks. It's totally different, champ. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, yeah, but also it's just in the world, in the Western world that we live in, I don't think a lot of people honestly grasp the thoughts of sanctions. Like, that's why I think we talked about it so much on this pod, because it's just like, I don't think niggas know like the government and every day-to-day restrictions that come with sanctions.
Nah,
Like,
real
you're
shit.
basically rationing food, my nigga, for your whole national population. Imagine rationing 2 ship carriers for 90 million people.
Yeah, no, it's definitely sanctions to me are some of the most fascinating things that the world
It's the most
has.
inhumane shit ever.
It's a very uh, very lopsided system in all its dealings and all that good shit. My last thing was gonna be the nuclear weapon things. Like every time someone talks about, they keep saying you can't have a nuclear weapon. I just want to put it that there's only 9 countries currently that have nuclear weapons or like have facilitated the capabilities. There's 34 countries where nuclear weapons currently exist. And in the history of the world, there is only one country to ever use a nuclear weapon:
Which one was that, Charles?
the United States of America.
God damn it,
So,
I wouldn't
like,
have guessed.
this idea that, like, having a nuclear weapon is like the big boogeyman, that is like, history tells us that, first of all, very few people have one. 10 of the 190 countries in the world have one. Two, very few of them are kind of in circulation or in places where they would, be able to be used. And three, only group of people has ever actually used one. So there's not a
And
lot of.
only like 3 countries have them like readily available for use.
So, like, this is not even a thing where, like, you wake up every day and people are just like, this is a very American thing. Like, this is not something that, like, Muslim countries for, like, hundreds of years have been trying to do. Like, Pakistan has one.
Talk about that.
In India has one.
The
Like there's
use for a Muslim country to use an atomic bomb like that is haram. So I'm gonna just put that out there. Like
yeah.
that's why Iran does not want to make one. Like the Ayatollahs and all them came on board about it a long time ago. The capabilities of a nuclear weapon are haram, I think.
I don't deny that, but once again, it sounds good, but like people have to protect themselves. So like
No, for
a
sure, for
nuclear
sure.
bomb is a protection piece right now. Like that's what it is. Like you see more countries in the world who have the capabilities talking about gearing up. Pakistan, that was their whole thing, that they're going to have one because they looked around and they said, "Oh, everyone is getting one. Well, we need to get one too because if we don't have one and they have one, now we're in trouble." And ultimately, that's the funniest thing to me about
But what
Iran.
country were they talking about though, Charles, specifically?
Well, I think they were supposed to talk about India, but the thing is
Nigga,
that,
that's right next door. Fuck you need a nuclear bomb for. You send that bitch to India, you still dying.
but this is my ultimate thing is that everybody kind of is in it. Like everybody is in it. Like everyone who has nuclear weapons, they're in it. It's an arms race. That's the whole purpose of it, is to try to outdo each other. So if everyone's trying to outdo each other, why why does in particular the United States think screaming to people Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon is a good kind of selling point? Because like I said, North Korea has nuclear weapons, Russia has nuclear, there are countries with nuclear weapons. So this idea that like we can't let your enemies have nuclear weapons, so that's not true. You know, like what are we, there has to be a certain reason that you, the truth is that they don't want Muslim people to have nuclear weapons. That's fine. Like you could say that, but it can only work for so long.
They don't want
And
Muslim countries to defend themselves.
that's the ultimate, like that's where I think the calculus is wrong, that they didn't do the calculus right here, that they believe that they could just kind
Pakistan
of,
is a Muslim country.
they could just say, tell the world, oh, these people are barbaric, we're doing this to them, don't say nothing. And everybody's kind of like, no, you really can't, because if you do that to them, then ultimately you're gonna do it to us. So like that's the, like I just, that whole like why Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, I just want more people to just ask why. I don't even, nothing else, just why, just why. uh
America really dropped two of them jumps for no reason though.
Yeah, was spanking their ass. Like that's my not my
That's,
favorite,
that
but that's
second
my
jump was
biggest.
OC.
That's I think my biggest factor about it was that like there was no reason for them to drop it outside of we built this and we want to show you that we could use it.
And the person that made the first one, Oppenheimer, he didn't make the second one, did he?
I think they were all made within the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
Who did what
Because the jump
exactly
from Nagasaki was
is
way
is
more OC than
still
Hiroshima.
is still in the history books for still some little great parts in there. Um, let's move away. Omatic, we talked about the Wizards winning the draft lottery. We'll get back to that in a hot second. But Swatch AP watch combo. You guys into that? You gonna get one of the watches?
I don't like APs.
Now, Mook, I love you. You don't like APs. That is a crazy sentence to make.
I mean, I'm a watch person though.
Yeah, but it's like me. You not like APs. It's like someone not liking a Bentley. It's like, yeah, of course you might not like it, but it's like,
I mean, yeah, I feel you. But I mean, like, I don't like their bezels on APs. I don't like their faces. I don't like,
there we go.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
You go.
It's not a hype thing. It's like it's an actual watch thing.
That's
Like
what
I
I'm
don't,
saying. I'm not a
yeah.
watch person. That's why I brought this. Like the whole Swatch AP thing is super interesting to me because to me it's a brand conversation. Like small brand, retail brand, luxury brand. What does that, can one ruin the other?
No.
Are these a real, like that's the conversation to me.
The H&M ruined Louis Vuitton when they did their collab.
I don't know. Like I'm not.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
Like that's my thing. Like the only honestly, no funny. Like the way they like the economy is going. Like, granted, it's a lot of rich people and shit like that, but it's just like, bro, like, in order for some of these companies to continue to make money, they're gonna have to get friendly with the broke people.
That's a good point. You
Like,
need
real
more.
shit.
One thing I did see that was interesting was that they had a new CEO in I think 2023, and she
Hmm.
was saying that women are going to be a much larger buying population of watches
Yes,
by 2030,
yes,
and she said this is kind of the first um, kind of dive into that market. Trying
yeah.
to get women more into that market, which I thought was very interesting
Because
because
if you look at it, it looks like a purse instrument. Like, it looks like a little
well,
little
what
boo
I
boo
saw was
jump.
that it's a node to old school pocket watches like
Yeah, the jumps that you put in.
1980. Yeah, so to me, there's a certain kind of like
But niggas not wearing 4-piece suits no more.
I mean, maybe that's there's kind of a want to nostalgia to go back to that era of classiness and whatever. So maybe that's what it is. But I've seen a bunch of people customize bands and things of
Hmm.
that nature. So I I personally don't give a fuck about a watch at all, like at all. But you see, like
Yeah, I got
like
mine on.
But what's that Apple Watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so to me, like like to me, does a watch
But
tell
that's my
time or
whole
no?
thing though. Like
Like
that
that's what
niggas
a watch is.
complaining over the watch and shit, right? Oh man, how much the Apple Watch cost?
This Joan was like 6.
You know what I'm saying,
Six
fool?
hundred?
Yes, nigga.
This the jump. So I mean,
But what you
Yeah,
say? But
but
see, that's my thing. Like the functionality of the watch is most important. Like
yeah,
so,
that's
if
what I'm
it
here
does a
for.
bunch of shit, then I have no problem with it. But my
yeah.
thing is that you guys are buying these $24,000 watches because they shine bright, which is fine. Like I have no problem with it. Don't
I
get it
mean,
twisted. But
Appreciation. That's what they saying.
and I love that
it's
for them.
definitely appreciation,
And
and
I
then
love
it
that
comes
for
in
them.
like the craftsmanship that goes into it, like
That to
the precious metals, the mechanics that go into it,
I
like
love that.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
But like,
is this handmade or is it machine made? You know what I'm saying? Like, how
listen.
many of these watches came out? Like, what's the different styles of this said watch? Like, you know what I'm
Here's the
saying?
thing.
Like, there's different models of said watch,
Humans have
different
convinced
colors. So it's just like,
themselves and others that being interested in things for some reason now means these things
it
are
makes
worth.
it, yeah,
Like
no,
once again, I see this with wine all the time. Oh yeah, it's wine. Like at a baseline, it is wine. It is here to get me drunk. Now, will this taste better? Will these ferment? Will these
grapes ferment
nodes?
better because
You
Yeah,
of
will
gotta
these
say
age
nodes?
and shit.
nodes. Yes,
These
nodes.
nodes be? Of course, these things are all very real things. It's not changing the fact that at the core, I'm drinking wine. Just like that watch you made, at the core is here to tell time. So, like, I get it. Craftsmanship is a very real
For
thing. Like,
sure.
some
But
people are.
600 for a watch to tell you that your heart rate is 190 when it's actually 172?
I don't know. That's just me, though. Everyone is different. Everyone is
Different
different.
strokes,
But
different
yeah,
folks.
that's what I'm saying. But I like this.
For
To
sure.
me, I thought it was hilarious how many pseudo celebs or like B and C list celebs were
All
like,
right, I'm glad you said this
I
because that
can't.
reseller talk that nigga, what's his name, DDG was talking about,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pissed me the fuck off. If you are buying a resale watch, you are not a customer of said co- uh,
Company.
company, my nigga, because they don't know you. In order for you to buy AP, you on a waiting list, and you're going to buy a very nasty AP that you don't want, similar to Rolex, and then you have to level up from there. And then once they realize that your credit is good and you good, then you can level up to the big boy jumps that the you know what I'm saying the basketball players, Jay-Z and all them niggas is famous for, soccer players and shit. The junk he bought that was aftermarket, resale, he's an idiot for one paying that much for that fucking watch resale. Two, I'ma stop there. But yeah, there's no way, my nigga. Like, nah, so I'm not hearing that. Like, it's a lot of people that be talking about watches. I know for a fact, yes, I got on a Casio vintage watch. This motherfucker was a cool $30. But I know for a fact, if I pull up with this joint on and you pull up with that bullshit on, niggas be like, there's way more precious metals in that watch than it is in yours. So it's just like, yeah. And
What?
then if you icing out your watch, my nigga, you obviously don't know nothing about watches.
We'll come back to that later. Shout out to Pee Wee. Um, last thing I
Free my
wanna,
man, Slim. Free my
last thing
man.
I wanna stay on this kind of uh, I don't even really know because this is more government, but OnlyFans tax. There's a guy running for governor of Florida, and
How the
he
fuck we
said
get here?
that his name is James Fishback, and he says he will impose a 50% sin tax on OnlyFans users his first year in office. Now, before everyone gets too hype,
He a
he said,
Jew?
I don't know. I think he's like super. They've claimed he's like super anti-Semitic. Actually, I think he's got a lot of those
Oh,
allegations.
he Christian Christian.
But before we can deep dive into that, essentially he's not going to be able to do this. Florida's constitution won't allow for him to do such a thing.
That's
He
a part
would
of like an in-state tax, right?
he would literally have to like ratify the constitution and do a bunch of other shit. But the premise here is super interesting. Should there be some sort of tax on such things as OnlyFans? Because we already have sin tax on alcohol, tobacco, and things of that nature. So,
Marijuana.
is there something to what he's saying now? How you would do this with the mechanisms are a lot more, I think, a lot harder because you're selling not a tangible product like alcohol, tobacco. These things are all tangible. Receive, boom, boom. But I think there is something to be said about: is there a tax to be had for the only like for that type of behavior and income that comes from it? Is there something to that?
I mean, is it not tax already? Like it has to be.
Well,
something
he's
on
saying
there
a
already.
specific
It's
tax.
taxed on OnlyFans. Like that's the only tax they get if they would live in the state of
You
Florida.
just
That
get
and
taxed the
federal
regular
tax.
worker tax. He's saying a
Yeah.
specific tax for
W-2?
this type of
1099.
work, like this
1099?
type of work that's getting taxed, like the same
He's
way.
spamming. Spamming out. Like, what are you
Nah,
doing, bro?
cause it's a lot of people that's moving to Florida that's in that line of work so that they don't get hit with the state tax and shit like
That's
that.
smart on them. Fuck it.
Yeah, but
That's
that's a
the, hey,
lot of fucking money that they missing out on, bro.
I mean,
And then
they're
like my
they get some state revenue. They just don't get the like you said the
50%
income.
is crazy. Why do you
That's
want that
yeah,
much?
yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
to me. I think
for
we can
one,
do
it's
something.
because it's just an internet business, but like people don't all right, first of all, nigga, we talking about prostitution. Like that's what we really getting down to.
Are we
Like,
though?
yeah, in a sense, like you selling sex. It might not be penetration, but in the way you selling sex. So
Well,
that's
that's the question
prostitution.
though. If so, I think that's where some of the argument is that if you are selling the idea of sex or whatever, then
Yeah.
we are leaning in towards the idea of prostitution, and maybe there
Yeah.
should
And
be a
if you're
tax.
doing like and then like you're doing FaceTime calls, like offering FaceTime calls, girlfriend experience, all this shit, like even if it's virtual, my nigga, like and you doing this within our state, like in a sense, like yeah, I feel it. And it's that's still prostitution because like even if it's virtual or not, like you helping this nigga reach his pleasure maximum.
Do we know that?
Yeah, that's the honestly to O'Mag's point. I think that's the beauty of them being smart. They've gone to a state where there's no income tax, and they're running it up in a manner that allows for them to circumvent, things
Yeah, for
that
sure.
normal other people would. So I'm not
I'm not mad at
necessarily
it.
mad at them, and I'm not necessarily mad at him. 50% is crazy though. Like just like that gets if you don't say 50%, like you probably don't make the headlines, and no one probably talks about
And he probably would have got the
your
bill passed.
your proposal. You know what I'm saying? But like if you did like a 5%, a 10,
8
you
to
know,
13, you know what I
something
mean?
like
Like
that.
some
Nigga,
chill, bro.
if he would have did 25 with the amount that them women are making, bro, they probably would have let him walk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I think you get people more open to the idea of it when the number isn't 50. Like to man,
50
Cause
is
50%
what's
is
crazy.
a lot.
cause what's Cali? Cali like what, 23, 24?
Some shit like that. Some shit like
Yeah.
it's
So
high in Cali.
if you was like 20 to 25, like them bitches would definitely would have let you have that.
Omatic.
I mean them people, my bad. I don't want to say that word.
You went for it. You went
I
for it.
definitely I
Yeah.
went there, my bad, Shane.
Omatic. So we got about
Felt
20.
good though.
Got about 20 or so minutes left. We got Wizards lottery. We have WNBA takes. We have Drake, and we have the Alex Mard uh
Murdoch.
Murdaugh story. Um, where do you want to go?
Murdoch's fresh on my mind.
All right.
I
So
literally watched the whole doc of that joke
so
today.
talk.
So
You
Which
walk us.
one?
You
Which
walk us
one?
through that.
on Netflix.
You ain't with okay. Go watch the Hulu jump when you get a chance.
I saw that on the list of things to watch as well.
So walk us through this. So what I know about it is this man, he's a police officer, correct?
He was a
No,
lawyer.
lawyer.
Lawyer. I'm sorry. He killed his wife and his alleged his wife and his son. Um, went to trial 2023.
Uh, yes, trial in 23. It happened in 2021 when he did this.
Went to trial, was convicted, but now his conviction was overturned due to now take us from there.
So I had to wait for Moot to get back. My doc didn't get to why it was overturned. It ended in 2023, so obviously nothing started yet. So that might be in whatever
Okay,
doc that
so
I'll be following next.
okay,
But
so
the story is this guy's a lawyer, South Carolina, rich white man, pretty much runs and owns the town. Got police on his payroll and all of that. They started this doc by talking about his son. Son is one of his two sons. Sorry, son is just a wild guy, rich dad or all that. Goes out on a boat, 6 people on a boat. Uh, Crashes the boat drunk as hell. One person dies. They basically pulled up, out on the town. Hey, cops, don't let them do anything. We're not gonna try to find this girl. Cover up, cover up, cover up. All this stuff, cover up. So then they're giving them more backstory. They take it back, a couple more years, talking about the son might have been potentially gay. They find some guy in the middle of the street. It's apparently his son's lover. They're trying to connect that to it as well. They also said a housekeeper of theirs also turned up dead on some steps. And they're trying to say it's because she was the housekeeper for 20 years and knows way too much information. Apparently,
And they said the wife had something to do with that.
wife, yeah, they were saying the wife did it, but apparently she knew that, about money going the wrong places, drugs. They were trying to have a divorce and all that. So they painted all this picture of this is what happened to lead up to him murdering his wife
family.
and son. So yeah, I mean, it came to that. I don't know if they explained. So I think they were saying he wanted to kill the wife because of the money situation and looming divorce and all that. I guess he wasn't trying to rock for that. I don't know why he killed the son as well though. I don't think they explained that. Maybe he was just collateral damage um, through it all. But I mean, apparently he put the shotgun to his son, and then he took a 300 Black Hawk or something to his wife. Like it was very gruesome stuff. And again, this is 2021. He tried to kill himself right after it, which is wild. Um, so yeah, it was a very wild story. And again, I didn't see anything or know anything about it up until probably whatever the story of him, a retrial like yesterday. So I went and watched it all, but that's kind of my bag. So I am interested to see. I think I saw in the retrial, or the reason for the retrial is like the jury was skewed or something. Like
Well,
one
that's
person
what.
got.
So it says in their request for a retrial, Murdaugh's attorneys claim Hill had tampered with the jury by telling them not to be fooled by the defense attorney and to watch out for Murdaugh's body language. Hill resigned in 2024 and pleaded guilty in December to charges of obstruction of justice and perjury for showing a photographer sealed court exhibits and lying about it.
Yeah, see, I need to. When did the
So,
Hulu joint end, Mook? Because that joint that I watched
Uh huh.
ended in 23.
what part of the story or year did the Hulu docu end?
It covers the same time frame. It just like gets a little bit more in depth. And
So
then the
I'm a,
Hulu junk even got like a live action show that's like dramatized. And they say
Hmm.
dramatized, but shows a bunch of other shit too. So that joint actually good. I think Mrs. What's her name? Arquette. I forgot Mrs. Arquette. She's in it, and then I forgot the male actor, but the actors in that joint are amazing. But it's around that same time, and then they give you a little bit more like about the whole Murdoch family, with like Grandpa and all that shit. So like actually give you the whole rundown of how the Murdochs run that part of South Carolina
yeah.
and shit.
How you think this ends?
Him going home free and going back to South Carolina, chilling on the bigger estate that he had beforehand.
So you don't think a retrial ends up with them doing it and him actually getting just being found guilty this time with no issue?
He's gonna be for nah, bro. He's gonna get hit with time served, and he's going home. Like this is Trump's administration. If this is only reason this retrial took so long is because of the time period that it happened in. Like I said that in the group chat, like because it was like fresh out of COVID and shit. So they were just trying to hurry up and get shit out of the way.
Mm,
And so like once they finally got this, like once I found out he had an appeal on the jump, and then y'all talked about how Mr. Hill did all that Bama shit to even get the doc made. And so once that happened, I was like, oh, he about to walk.
Mm.
Cause like that's how small hick towns in the South work like that, bro. Like this ain't the New York's Southern District. Like this is South Carolina, my nigga. Like, and the only reason this is a thing is because he has a Hulu doc, and a lot of people don't care no more. So
Yeah.
he's definitely going home with a slap on the wrist to his millions.
Well,
it's
I guess
nasty, bro.
justice is blind, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
um,
The complexion for the protection is what they say, right?
yeah, I think when you hear stories like this, it's kind of like, y'all really think this country not racist? Like it's really kind of hard to like argue and sit up here and try to have straight face conversations with people about race and
Bro.
shit like that. When
Had the black judge too. Black judge wasn't trying to
Yeah.
rock for cuz, but you know, it's
well,
wild.
that's what I'm saying. Like once
And
again,
then his lawyer tried to get the judge off the docket, right?
once again,
Wasn't trying to rock with him.
all of this stuff doesn't like this idea of justice and stuff is not real. Like the people who matter are the people who get to go to meetings with Trump. Like this, like that's the same way you voting for.
And Lindsey Graham's from South Carolina, right?
Yeah, the same way you get to vote for this person. It doesn't really matter.
Grand Grandpa and Lindsey.
It's Musk and them.
Hmm.
Oh, for real, it's Musk and them who are deciding your fate in the state of South Carolina. It's Murdaugh and his family deciding your. You don't no vote.
Especially in like them type voting districts
Yeah,
as a nigga that lived in the South Slim,
we
it's
just
nasty.
seen Virginia have their vote over. They try to
A proper
district with them.
election, my
They had a
nigga.
proper election. They did everything that they tell you. Go vote. They voted for a law, and then
Supreme Court.
their judicial branch in the state was like, nah, overturn it. Like, and everybody's vote null and void. So like, I think people have to do a much better job of just go vote because people go are voting and doing things and nothing is actually changing. Um, let's move to Wizards. Wizards lottery. You know you got all the teams in the world. So are you officially back to being a Wizards fan, or what's going on? Talk to us.
No. I'm gonna stand on what I've been saying. I really said I'm not gonna be like a true fan until I'm in my 40s. So I got 7 years left.
What is
You got
wrong
Yeah,
with
six,
you?
my nigga. You have
six,
You
six.
just have
six,
these
seven
weird
years.
random rules about
You have
life.
you have a strong
You
six.
have these
What are
weird
you?
random rules about life.
I mean, I don't think you know what pain
Charles, we've known
is as a
Charles, we've known him way
sports
too
fan.
long. We've known him way too long to
Yeah,
even.
y'all know how much pain I've suffered as a Wizards fan, right? Like it's just I can't support. I love
Okay.
the number 1 pick. I've seen cats leave chats over the last couple of days with debates on who should go number 1. You know who they
Okay.
want here.
Who do
You
you want?
know, win-win for me. And you know, I think it's 2 guys for us. I'm
Who are the
pro
two guys?
AJ and DP. I think that's you go either or whatever the organization wants to go. I think we have a lot of big ass wings. Um, so you know, add another one. That's cool. Probably be the best one on our roster if you add him as an AJ. But I mean DP. You know, let's get a scoring cat in there. Cats are saying he's a point guard. I really think he just give him the ball to fucking score a bucket.
AD
You know what I'm
stay?
saying?
AD gone?
I think AD has to go. He's talked too much shit. I don't think he wants to be here at all, bro. Like he
Fair.
came in, did his little introductory thing, but you know, you're on podcast and everything. Like you know, they
Yeah.
need to do this, and I want to be on a contender. Motherfucker, we just traded for you. Why aren't you saying that? Hey, this team could be the contender. Like he's just saying all the wrong things. So get the fuck off my team. I've actually never liked him. So please get off my team. But yeah, get him for some assets, man. Just build. I'm not a Trey Young guy like that. I respect his talent, but I'm just like that didn't move me. As like, oh yeah, I'm back as a Wizards fan. So I mean, this
Him and
doesn't.
Saw gonna do damage because that's what he was missing in Atlanta was a footer like Saw.
I do like Sar. I like Will Riley. So you get AJ, you get DP, and then you just win more than 17 games like we did this past year. I don't know, man. Like it'll give the people something to be proud of. It'll drive
Nice,
the ticket prices up even
nice.
more than what they are for no reason. But yeah, man. Either if we keep the one, if we trade it to two and get a haul, I'm with either or AJ or DP. I don't care.
All right. Shout out to you. I mean, we had talked about it before. I'm happy for you guys. I hope. I want to see AJ in Washington. I think he'll be a good fit. I think they got a lot of, like you said, wings and guards. Trey Johnson, I like him. There's a few.
Keyshawn George.
Yeah, Bub Carrington, Bilal. Like it's a lot of just
You
kind of
got hoopers, bro.
perimeter cats that I think could do well, and I think with that youth movement, he's a good addition to that. Uh, now, we got two more things left. We got NBA playoffs, and then we got Drake. So we got Iceman, and we got 3-2 series. Where do you guys want to? Where do you want to start, and where do you want to end the show? Or not start, but where do you want to go before we end the show?
Let's get this shit over with. And y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Nah, just because you said that, we're gonna do the opposite. All right, so 3-2. Uh, 3-2 leads are here. We have half of the Western Conference and Eastern Conference finals set. The Knicks and the Thunder swept their series. They are waiting at home, enjoying themselves. And the Spurs, Wolves, Cavs, Pistons are in somewhat of a dogfight. I don't really know. Good series in out west, kind of good series in the East Coast. What do you guys make of where we're at? 3-2 going into Friday and elimination game.
They both play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, doubleheader. Um, for some reason, I haven't gotten to the point where I can just lose faith in Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves yet. Just for the simple fact that, like, the last 2 years I've seen them niggas go to the Western Conference Finals, and they weren't supposed to be there. So, in my heart, the Timberwolves gonna win tomorrow. We're going 7.
Okay.
On the East Coast side, I don't know, bro. Like that's the most I don't know series, bro. Like that shit that happened in overtime in the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter last night. I really don't know. And Charles, we was up till 1 a.m. fucking recording a podcast,
You
so it's
know,
really just like
my biggest issue is that the Cleveland Cavaliers are such fuck niggas. Like they went from, oh, you guys are about to shit, blow this first round. Like, all right, cool. Blow the first round. Let me be wrong, and then it's cool. To winning that, going down 0-2 in this first round, the second round looking like, okay, you about to get spanked.
swept.
To now being up 3-2 and pulling out what was an actual great comeback, like an amazing victory on the road, going home, set up perfectly to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I have no fucking faith. Like I
None.
have no faith that they're going to do what is necessary. Like I believe this is going back to Detroit, and Game Sevens are Game Sevens. Anything can happen. But for me, like they're the ultimate. Like I've said the Knicks were the team that I didn't know which version we'd get. They've been pretty consistent in this playoffs. Like on what, a 6 game winning streak
They've
or
been
something.
they've been watching their lives, bro,
They're
playing
on a
through
six
cat.
game winning streak. They swept the Sixers. They won the last 2 games of the Hawks. So they've been looking like a well-oiled machine. It's the fucking Cavs that sometimes they look like barn beaters. They look like, wow, James Harden is clicking. I seen Donovan Mitchell score 39 in the second half. And then some days I'm like, please. What? Yeah, game 5. He scored, no, game 4. He scored 39 in the second half.
No, I
Like,
was watching the live because he was, Matic was doing something on here, and then
uh,
on YouTube it didn't glitch at all. So I was like, oh, okay. But my bad. Go ahead,
yeah,
Charles.
yeah, no, I'm just like, for me, it's just like I don't know what we're gonna get. So I think they'll pull it out, but yeah, and then also San Antonio, like they're they're a lot more mature than I thought. Like Dylan Harper, very mature. For a rookie, Castle, very mature. For a second, third year player, um, De'Aaron Fox, like you got to be better.
I need
Like
him to
you,
look in the mirror real bad.
like you make too much money to have some of the games you've had. And to Mook's point, if the Timberwolves do win, it's gonna be because he doesn't show up. So I think if he comes through, they'll wrap that up tomorrow. But if not, we might have two game sevens. I think we'll have at least one, but I
For
wouldn't
sure.
be surprised if Ant can will his way to another one. Any you? I see you shaking your head on Matic. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. Pains me to say I got way more faith in the Minnesota Timberwolves to get us to Game Seven.
I did not
Yeah,
expect you to say that.
I mean, yeah. I mean them niggas is battling. You know, it's literally been. I mean, the Cavs is like this best series, like from start to finish. You know, like battling for
We
48
got an
minutes straight.
elbow, and then got
Yeah, like
ejected. All
you
And
type
the
know,
of
like
shit.
Timberwolves
every
did not want Wemby to get kicked out for the next game.
exactly. Like we want to beat him, but I feel like with that joint, like there's literally been a game like from everybody, right? Anybody could be the guy. So that series just been beautiful. I think to the point of Ant's been in the Western Conference back twice in a row. Like cats keep saying that to me. Like you can't go out like this right here, right now, man. At least get it to the Game 7
Okay.
if you're not gonna make it. I just got more faith in them because I'm tired of the Pistons as a Cade supporter. Um,
A
shout out
lot
to
of
my guy.
turnovers, man.
Lot of turnovers. I mean, 101. In his
Through
career,
19 playoff career
it's
games.
crazy. But shout out to my guy Dennis. We always talk about Cade. Where Cade stands. But he texted me for the game, and I knew they were gonna lose yesterday. I just had a feeling that they didn't have it. If this was Annie up, I would have gave out a something had to give stat. Obviously, they said the Cavs 6-0 at home, 0-6 on the
Yep.
road. I was just like, yo, there's no way they're about to lose this jump, man. And for all intents and purposes, they should have lost it. Detroit, man, up 9, 3 minutes left. Like, how do you lose that game? I mean, I know how they lost it. They literally gave it to Cade. He's tired as hell. He's going to the paint, not getting no calls, and they just don't have the facilities, man. I think that I've learned the most about the Pistons. They just don't have the offensive facilities. Once Duncan was out too, I was like, man, like Duncan's not a guy that you're afraid of or anything, but that's 11 points right there that's gone, and you already can't score because you're fucking all NBA center forgot how to play basketball, and now we're relying on freaking Tobias Harris, and he gives us the dud. And I always say, whenever you need Tobias to step up, is when he doesn't step up, and we saw that the other day. So I have no faith in them personally. Tomorrow, will I be rooting for them? Of course, but to my something's got to give yet again. Like the Pistons, 1-4 on the road. Cleveland's undefeated at home. This would be the good time to stop that undefeated streak if I was them, but they just don't have the offensive facilities, man. Cade is tired. He does everything for them, man. But I could see him going legacy game again, but he did the legacy game last game and lost. So I see Minnesota giving us a game 7 on Sunday. Cade, sorry, buddy, you got to go to Cancun, but I'll be getting your shoes on May 20th. That's all I got for it.
Them Jones drop on May 20th?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't necessarily agree wholeheartedly, but I think you kind of nailed a lot of good points. Yeah, so that's the NBA playoffs. I think the conference finals will be really good. I think we're gonna get, in my opinion, at least with the Thunder already in. I think we're gonna get at least two of the four best teams that are gonna be in the who played in the NBA this season. I think the Spurs make it ultimately. So, but the Knicks third seed were pretty good all season. So, and they were pretty good most of the season, and they kind of got weird towards the end. But they kind of did this like they set themselves up for this to be in this position. So I can't be mad at them. They said this is who they literally built this team to be here at this point. From the OG, Mikel, Brunson
Cat.
taking less money, like trading for Cat, like all of this has been set up for them to be right here. So even though I'm the biggest Knicks hater, you'll probably find, I have to respect them for getting to this point and having a legitimate chance to go to the NBA Finals.
I think
So
a lot of ball left, right? But the
hmm,
Knicks in the finals, I think that'd be cool for
that'd be
the
cool.
NBA. Like as much
No,
as
for sure.
anybody hates them, I think that would be really fucking cool.
Yeah, but then once they get to the finals, there's a chance that they could win the finals, and we don't want that.
I want them
I
to
don't
go up
want that
two.
at
I
all.
want them to go up 2-1 in the finals and lose the last three if they get to the finals. That's how I want them to
That's
lose.
crazy.
They're
But
gonna be
I
so
but I
sick,
but
Nigga
I
said, nigga said, I want Suicide Watch parties.
but I like how you're
bro. Go up
thinking.
2-1 and then
But I like
everything's
how
gonna
you're
be
thinking.
gone.
You
Like
know
it's
what,
gonna
Omatic?
that's pain.
That's the type of evil ways that I need. Speaking of evil ways,
Just know
brother,
I don't need that for my boy Dev. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them
I
Nick
do love Dev. I do
the
love
rest of
Dev.
them Nick fans, they can have that though.
He'll be
Dev and
alright.
my man to kill all my Harlem Bronx cats. I do. You're right. I don't want that for them. But sometimes people gotta suffer for the greater good. All right.
Touche.
Um, evil ways. We're leaving here on this. Brother Drake, Iceman is dropping apparently in a few hours.
He about to start his stream in 1 minute.
Okay, so
One
shout
minute.
out to Drizzy Drake. He started the stream. Apple Music.
I think it's on YouTube, so I don't know.
Um,
I think it's YouTube and Twitch.
he will be
Yeah,
streaming.
way outside.
This is
Cause he
his
broke off from that Aiden Ross shit.
this is his second album post Kendrick Lamar beef. We've had a few leaks drop within the last 24 hours or so. Few songs. I've heard a few different. I think I've heard 3 or 4 Drake leaks in the last 24. I've liked, I think 2 of the 3, or I think I've liked 2 of the 3 or 3 of the 4. Um, I'm interested in what version of Drake we get because his last album it was him and Party, very R&B vibes, a few little shots here and there, but nothing that was actually reminiscent of him like making a Drake album. He just did one of the collabs, so I'm definitely interested in what Iceman has for the people. I would like more bars, less pop, but niggas gotta pay the check, pay the bill, so I will be expecting some of those. And then my biggest thing is the Kendrick stuff. I'm torn. Part of me is like, I mean, my guy, it happened. Beef is beef. You either took the L and you're moving on, or it's up and it's stuck in forever. And a part of me is like, hey, shout out to you. It's up and it's stuck. Like, but another part of me is like, you gotta let it go, man. Like, if you actually are the bigger, artist in all of this, you just let it go. But I'm not the one who got called a pedophile for a whole summer, so
A
Drake's not letting that go.
minor.
He's not letting that go, bro. This is Aubrey Graham. Like this
yeah,
is
yeah, no, I get it, no, for sure. I think the LeBron stuff to me is once again a little bit more interesting because
why are you doing that?
like y'all was really mans. Like you and Kendrick were never mans. Like you might have helped his career in
Why are you
certain
doing that?
in certain
Like,
aspects,
bruh,
but like
I don't like LeBron either. But damn, nigga,
you
like,
got
what
a
you
tattoo
doing?
of him. Like no one told you to get the
Yeah.
LeBron tattoo. Like once you do something like that, all the he's I'm a real nigga and he's not. It's you're the one who has the tattoo of him. It's very hard. Like and I fucks with Drake, but it's very hard to listen to you say that and then
Fag.
do the knowledge. It's like, but you have his tattoo.
What's the name's math, God?
Yeah, but you have his tattoo. So how does that work? I don't.
And then you was on
But
his podcast talking where he talking about some. Hey, what did I tell you?
yeah, and that's the thing. Like you could tell that the
Forgot
relationship
about
has
that.
definitely changed. Like this is not a decade ago, and it's kind of weird to be holding people to stuff from a decade ago. But that's the truth of the matter is that you said these things on wax. Like that's the issue here. Like
Like
you,
this ain't Degrassi, my nigga.
you like you know what I'm saying. Like even back then, I think a lot of people would be like, he's a teenager actor, whatever. But like you were a grown ass man saying all these things. Like you were a grown ass man when I'm sure you got
You
that tattoo.
you're a grown man. You're a grown man. You're a grown man. You're a grown man. You're a grown
So
man.
it just changes. Like I think the music is gonna be smooth. I think he's gonna have some hits for the cast. He's gonna do what Drake does. But at a
Send it to
certain
me.
yeah, I'll send you the hits. But at a certain point, you can't, like, to a max point, you can't do that. Like, LeBron versus Sengun. Anybody but you can't
Anybody
say
on this court can say that. Not you.
you can't say that. And that's kind of where it is. Like Drake, anybody, a lot of people can call LeBron not a real nigga. Not you. You don't get to, and not in this situation. Like,
Anybody else in this rap hemisphere? You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, listen, I get like like I feel him like LeBron was doing a lot, like going to the pop out and all. Like that was a lot. Like if Drake is really your man's,
Drake look here
if
the
someone
reason
made
why
if someone
LeBron was
made
able to EP that 2 Chainz jump.
if
His
anyone
family
made us
wanted to go, bro.
who
Zuriel, his wife,
once
Savannah,
again,
wanted to go.
if anyone made a song about y'all like that, and then they had a concert, and then Charlie was like, I want to go to the concert where they're about to make fun of Uncle. I'd be like, we can't go today. Like, we just can't go today. Like, I love you, baby girl, but like, we'll watch it on Amazon. They stream the shit on Amazon.
Touche.
It's down the street.
So once again,
Let's go to SoFi, bro.
listen, I'm not mad, but if you're Drake, oh fuck you, my nigga. Like,
First of all,
That
I wouldn't even. I would if my. I'm gonna put it this way: if my niece found a song that's cranking about her uncle, me personally, hey baby girl, go ahead. You and your mother can go, but if your father go, that's a little different. But your mother for sure.
once again,
Because you need a chaperone. You can go.
do you think
But
Drake would have cared if Savannah was there with Zoriel? Savannah
No,
don't
no,
even
no.
like him. He don't care. He would have been like, oh, wifey, respect. Nigga, you was out there enjoying. You was
trying
out
to
here
get
like,
on stage.
like you in the
bro.
West
Son,
Coast. Like,
he was
Y'all
up there
back
try-
from the stage.
so he was trying to be up there with Rusty.
Bruh,
buddy.
he's
So if
trying,
you,
bro.
so if it's up, it's up,
Like,
bro. Like,
nigga, you are not gang, Holmes.
and that's my thing. That is my thing.
It was a bunch of gang members on stage.
Bro.
Like real shit.
You're not from LA. You're not in a gang. Well, why are you up there? Like, you up there for the clout, and that's okay. That is definitely. I ain't got.
They're not
no,
like us, bro. What you mean?
You know what? I take back everything I said. Drake.
Like, what?
Drake is so right. He is a real nigga. I'm a real nigga. And he's not. I actually take everything
Because he's like,
listen,
bro, like
listen,
that's not our setting, bro.
listen.
Like we are not gang members,
Listen,
bro.
take back everything I just said about literally.
We're not gang members,
Everything
bro.
I just said, rip it from the books. Take everything I said, discard it. Drake, you were right. You can say what you would about LeBron because that's wild as hell, bro. Like no way, it's not even like, oh, Drake is a fuck nigga. That I would have been like, go for it. The nigga was like, bro, he sleeps like he called like this is not like regular ha 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 banter. This is like sue you banter, like dead ass. Like if someone was out here calling y'all pedophiles,
Like this is real defamation and libel, my nigga.
you know, if someone was actually calling y'all pedophiles and making a bop and dancing to it, I would hope that y'all would not. I would hope that in my soul, I wouldn't be on stage dancing with them to it. Like that's wild. Like that's kind of.
If I'm guilty of that shit, y'all go ahead and dance with them niggas.
That's fair. That is a fair assessment.
If I'm guilty of that shit, go ahead and dance with them niggas. But if y'all know it's a lie,
Yeah,
then,
that's
like,
true. And for all we know, him and LeBron be with each other. They be hanging out. So
For sure.
like, I'm sure he feels the type of way. Like, nigga, was I a pedophile when we was doing all this shit at Toronto together? Like, no.
was he a pedophile when he was doing all that shit in Miami together?
Like, so what's up now? So yeah.
Yes, Jules, Brown. Niggas ain't forget.
Shout out Pusher. Yeah.
Shout out Yes, Jules.
So I think Iceman. We're gonna Mook. You'll listen to
26
Iceman.
tracks.
Yeah, you know what, Mook? That's
a lot.
that's Mook's homework for next show. We're gonna start with Drake. We're gonna come starting next week's show with
Hey, son, y'all really about to make me get y'all.
Iceman.
Hold on. Time out. Charles. Let's be for real.
Mhm.
You really gonna make me listen to that album for homework?
I want you to listen to the Iceman.
Like actual track 1 to.
No. Don't even. I don't want you to subject yourself to that. I
Okay,
want you
bet.
to. First, I'll send you a few.
I'm
tracks.
like, damn, Slim, you about to make me listen to this like I listen to Bodie, cuz.
No, I'm gonna send you a few tracks, and after I send you those few tracks, I just want you to play them, and then come back with an open mind next week
For sure.
about Iceman.
Hey, when you sent me the On My Way jump, you was like, hey, I feel like Mook could feel this.
Oh yeah, listen, that's
And then I was like, hey, you know what? They definitely got a child at the house. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
Drake, all you light skinned cats really love Drake. Like that's what I've come to learn. Like y'all love him in different kind of pockets. You know, like some of y'all love him openly, like Omatic. Some of y'all like love him in your heart, like you, Mook. Like you fuck with Drake. You just
Time
don't.
out, time
You just
out. We're
don't
not
love
gonna
him.
keep doing this, bro. You're not putting this on me, bro. Cause like I love what? No, I
No,
don't.
that's your southern brother,
It's
bro.
not. No, no, no.
Can't
It's not.
can't let you get that off, brother. We dispelled this for years. We
Of
dispelled it
course.
for him, my
That's why I
nigga.
keep telling you, like he
For
loves him in his
years, my
heart.
nigga.
Like you know
But
what
you
I'm
know,
saying?
but Charles, you know, I don't. You know, I don't love him in the slightest.
No, like love in the most.
I remember when the Give Me the Hug came out, nigga. I remember who asked to
But
play that
that's the
with
last
Taylor
time I was
May.
fucking with him, though.
That
That's
was
what
damn near the
album
last
ago,
joint he
bro.
pulled up. Yeah, like that was it.
Hold on, give me a hug. That was the last album, though, right?
Yes.
Exactly, brother. We got you tomorrow. We
Listen,
got you
you,
tomorrow.
No, I was feeling. No, hold on. All right, time out. Let me get another. Let me get another one, rap. Let me get a third. Let me get a third.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
get. Matter of fact, make this a full. Let me get a full. Let me get a full.
listen.
All right, this
My,
my thing, cause I'm tired of explaining this shit, bro. We all know I'm a toxic individual. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's just get straight to the bar. Let's get straight to the bucket. Niggas know I'm not a toxic individual. I have my toxic tendencies.
okay.
Put it that way. You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying? I'm progressing. You know what I'm saying? Better human being. But is there certain things and certain songs that young man might say that be like, hey,
Listen,
I remember that
they say he got a song for everything. That's what they say. So I'm just saying,
for sure.
as your
But
brother, as your brethren, he just be tapping into some of the nostalgia for you. He just
are
be
you talking about you or my
reminisce.
brethren or him?
Well, I'm your brethren because I'm your brethren. He is your brethren due to light
Charles,
skin.
don't finish that sentence.
I'm just saying.
Don't finish that. Don't finish that. Don't compare me
Listen,
to no goddamn half booty.
I
Don't compare me to no half Yahoo. Don't
I'll
compare
give
me
you
to
that.
no half
I'll give you
Yahoo.
that because you're not you are just a full black man. So I'll give you that.
Thank you.
He definitely has
Yeah, this
the
nigga want
mixture
to be
going on.
Jamaican one. He want to be Jamaican one album. He want to be Spanish one album. He want to
That's
be
I don't know too
Canadian
much
one
about
album.
Toronto, but I think that's a Toronto thing. I don't want to put that too much on him. I feel like
Hey, let my
that's more about there.
my good
Um,
brother Sabago said a lot of them they trend
I
towards
thought
the
he was from
I.
Montreal.
Yeah, but they be right there though, like
Nah,
Montreal and
they
Toronto.
don't even speak the
The
same
same type
language.
French.
They don't even speak the same language. They don't
They
speak
speak
French
French
in Toronto. Speak English in Toronto.
in Montreal. They speak French in both, but
They
yeah,
speak French in Montreal, like Vancouver. That's
they both in Quebec, bro.
what
The Principality of Canada, ain't they both in Quebec?
I would be lying to you. I have no idea where. I just know Toronto. They speak English. I know that for a fact, and I know they speak French in Montreal. That's the only thing I know. Oh, and Vancouver too, because I had homies go to Vancouver, and apparently
They
that's
speak French in Vancouver?
apparently
That's very far west for them to be speaking French.
yeah. Isn't Montreal middle Vancouver?
Montreal is like right above Detroit.
So middle, yeah. Detroit is in the Midwest, correct? Toronto's on the
Yeah.
East Coast.
Toronto's not on the East Coast. It's like right there by
Toronto's above New
Buffalo.
York, nigga.
It's right there by Buffalo.
Yes. Where's Buffalo, Mook?
In New York. But that's not
Where's New York, Mook?
you talking about the city or the state?
Where's New York, Mook?
Buffalo's in upstate New York, right there by
Where's
the
New
Michigan
York?
River.
New
It's on the
York
East
is on the
Coast.
East Coast.
It
Okay.
touches the state touches the Atlantic Ocean.
You got it. The state touches.
Niggas hate when I break shit down like Charles. That's what Charles used to do to us, bro.
You're right, because you are right. This state does touch that. I can't. There's nothing for me to argue. This state does touch
Yeah.
the Atlantic Ocean.
Cause
This is a
nigga,
fact.
Buffalo to New
I've been
York
there.
City.
I have. It's a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's like six and a half.
5, but because
Okay.
it's 7 hours from here to Niagara Falls.
Okay,
You go
cool.
through Buffalo, which is 30 minutes from Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is a 15-minute walk
But yeah,
across. And
but
then
no,
Toronto.
what I was really trying to say though is like Montreal and Toronto, they like 45 minutes from each other. It's like
Okay, yeah, you
DC.
know,
It's like
yeah.
It's like DC Baltimore type shit.
No, I know they are closer, but that's what I'm saying. They're over there, and Toronto
Yeah,
is
for
up
sure.
closer to us here.
Yeah,
But
Toronto definitely speak way more English than Montreal though.
yeah,
You got me there. You got me there.
shout out to Drake though. Like we're gonna Drake next week. That's Mook's bag to come
Send the
here.
tracks, nigga.
And since it's 26, I'm not even gonna do that to you. I'm gonna give you like 5, just 5 tracks, just 5.
I can do that.
I'm trying to get. Hopefully, there's different types of sounds on this, so I'm gonna give you, and then Give us a good analysis. We'll get the Mook. That's how we're gonna start next week. We're gonna start next week with the Mook,
Yeah,
Drake,
you missed the Mook
Iceman
story time on that.
analysis. Yeah, Mook
What
got
you
a new
was talking
job.
about? Oh yeah, nah, that was lovely.
Nah, the kid was I got fired from the other one and then banned from all locations.
Oh,
Jesus, you
okay.
didn't add that part to the story.
Oh yeah, I got banned because I went smacking that nigga in the email because he fired me through text message through another nigga, and then
Jesus.
I emailed him directly and was like, I knew you were a spineless individual, but I thought you had more backbone than this. Even
Mm.
this is beneath you. And then
Woo.
God
Even
damn.
this is beneath you.
yeah,
I like a good verbal lashing.
yeah,
That's
bro.
my
Because it's
bad.
like I'm not like I know for a fact I'm emailing you through like a work email, my personal, your work. So it's just like I'm not about to curse you out or say anything wild. So it's just like I'm gonna make you feel this without, you know what I'm saying? I'm intellectual. I know how to make you feel like a bitch without calling you one.
A bitch.
Damn.
All right. Well, that's the way to end it. I know how to make you feel like a bitch without calling you a bitch, man. It's not gonna get much better than that. So shout out to y'all. Good episode. We got good. We got some cheating allegations. We got some geopolitics talking, and we got to talk about the Wizards. It's a great overall night.
And
Shout out to
somehow all of
y'all.
that meshes together because of the owners of the Wizards. The
Don't
partial owner of the Wizards. Well, main owner and all right, yeah, that's another episode next week, y'all. Catch you next week.